Hello and welcome, I am Sage the Silkwing. And today I'm going to do a headshot skywing tutorial. This will also have a coloring tutorial for people who are just starting off or making their OC. First I draw a circle where I want the head. I make the head how big I want I make the circle how big I want the head to be, and I reposition it if it looks weird. It took me a bit to make it look nice. Once I got the head drawn, I'm going to draw a cutoff circle for the body and two S shapes for the neck. Normally the neck takes a lot of time to get just right. You'll see him, and it takes a long time to get the thickness you want, yeah. The neck normally is very troubling to do. As you might tell, I don't have a script for this at all. I might for future tutorials I do, so that it's not so confusing like this one is. Once I get a shape I'm happy with, I start with drawing the base or the shape of the muzzle and head. Next I draw the curved horn attached to the forehead part of the head I drew. Then, once I finish the horn, I go in and draw the ear. I'm mainly going based off of memory, so I think skywings have a cheek spike or a cheek horn, so I normally just draw a triangle and then round it off. Next, I draw where I want the eyes to be. You can copy my eyes if you want, while you work on developing your style. Next, I draw the eyebrow above it. It curves a bit, not entirely straight. It depends on which expression you want. Then I draw two lines connecting the tear ducts of the eye and the eyebrow for the eyelid. Then I draw where I want the iris and the eye to be. I leave out the pupil for when I draw the line art. Next I draw a kind of beaked mouth with a line at the end to make it look like a smile. Next I draw the head scales and the nostril. Then I do the nose spike. After that, I draw a curved line, like in a C shape, and another line to separate the horn and the scales. Next, I draw the shoulder, and since this dragon is forward more, then I draw the part of the wing that is seen.
What is that up in the sky?
Since I'm doing the skywing's wing curved in, I'm doing the spike on the tip facing inward instead of outward. Then I draw a curved line to show that there is the first elbow, finger thing. Then I draw, if there's room and it looks good, I draw a tail. And if you want and it doesn't look too crowded, you can also draw the second wing end. Next, I do the spikes. I start off small and then as I progress, I do it larger until it's a medium height and not too long, because skywings don't have that long neck spikes. And I like to do them a little spaced out. on the curve of the neck. Next, I'm gonna separate the base scales and the underbelly. When I was drawing the spikes, I forgot to do some on the tail. On the tail, I do the same as when I start off. I do it smaller. Then I do the armored scales on the shoulder, and then the stripes separating the scales. Then after I finish the scales on the shoulder, I go on to doing the armor scales on the neck. And it's basically the exact same pattern. Now before I start the liner, I'm just gonna fix up my horn real quick to make it look neater and nicer. And then I will get another layer and start drawing the line art. At first, just trace over the lines you already have and make them neater and nicer and all that stuff.
Newsflash, important information. Taquitos coming down all over the nation. Portland, Denver, Austin, Poughkeepsie. It's a taquito apocalypse. Hailing taquitos, it's hailing taquitos. Run for cover, don't be slow.
Once you get to the eye, you can draw the pupil in. And if you want, you can draw eyelashes if you're doing a girl. But if you're doing a boy, leave them out. It's optional. But for this one, I'm going to be doing a girl. And don't forget to trace the eyelid lines. Then I just continue tracing over the lines I already have, making it neater. Yeah. I wasn't really happy on how the beak or the tip looked on the mouth, so I repositioned it a bit. You don't have to do that if you're already happy with it. When I draw on the spikes, I normally round off the edges.
Ow! My first eye again!
Since there's not really much to say here, I'll put some music over this and while I do the line art.
What is that up in the sky? Ow!
Hailing taquitos, it's hailing taquitos at the park, over the yard. Put on your bike helmet, 'cause they're coming down hard. Hailing taquitos, it's hailing taquitos. Guacamole, sour cream. Is it a nightmare or is it a dream?
Is it a dream?
They're crunchy and they're fried.
So fried.
And they're falling from the sky.
From the sky.
You might wanna stay inside.
Look out! Ow! My eye! Newsflash, important information. Taquitos coming down all over the nation. Portland, Denver, Austin, Poughkeepsie. It's a taquito apocalypse.
Hailing taquitos, it's hailing taquitos. Run for cover, don't be slow. There's beef and chicken and potato. Hailing taquitos, it's hailing taquitos. Corn tortillas rolled up tight, coming down fast with no end in sight. They're greasy and they're hot.
So hot.
They keep falling from the sky. They're kind of pointy, so they hurt a lot.
Dude, watch out! Ow! My other eye! Oh, why? What is that? It's the Taco Bot 3000. He's shooting the taquitos with his taco ray and turning them into heartless tacos. We're saved! Hooray! It's a miracle!
Hailing taquitos, it's hailing taquitos.
Chicken, potato, cheese,
Hailing taquitos, it's hailing taquitos.
beef, chicken, potato, cheese. Once again, thanks to the Taco Bot 3000, humanity was saved. Or was it? Ow! My first eye again!
Now that I'm done the line art, I'm going to get another layer I don't know why it took me so long to think of that. And then choose the base color. You don't have to choose the same one as mine, but I'm going to go with a bright orange color. First, start coloring the head with your base color. Don't color the armor, the head yet, the forehead, because that's going to be a different color. I should have really gotten a script for this. For the back of the wing, I just do it as a base color.
What is that? It's the Taco Bot 3000. He's shooting the taquitos with his taco ray and turning them into heartless tacos. We're saved! Hooray! It's a miracle!
Hailing taquitos, it's hailing taquitos.
Chicken, potato, cheese.
Once you're finished with the base color, get a lighter color for the underbelly, and then color in the eyelid with that color, and the ear and the underbelly. Please ignore the noise in the background. My little sister is having a sleepover here. I hate it. Once you get the underbelly done, get a darker color than your base color and start coloring in the armor scales, which include the forehead, the head armor scales, the neck and body armor scales, but there isn't really a body here. What? There isn't the full body in frame, so you know what I mean. And the shoulder scales.
What is that? It's the Taco Bot 3000. He's shooting the taquitos.
Once you're done that, you have an option for the horns, for the spikes, I mean. You can either do it light, or you can do it dark. I'm going to be doing it dark. Also, make sure you don't color the horns and cheek spike and the nose spike, or the spikes on the wings, alright? We're gonna be doing that a different color. Again, you don't have to follow my color tutorial too. But this is just to help people who are just making their OC. Now get another dark color, not too dark, not as dark as the spikes, but not that light, and color in the nose spike, the cheek spike, horns, and the spikes on the wings.
Newsflash! Important information. Taquitos coming down all over the nation. Portland, Denver, Austin, Poughkeepsie. It's a taquito apocalypse.
Hailing taquitos, it's hailing taquitos. Run for cover, don't be slow. There's beef and chicken and potatoes.
Then get another color for the wings, for the underwings. Make sure it doesn't look the same as your secondary base, or your underbelly, the underbelly, which is why I had to redo it and make it a darker color.
What is that? It's the Taco Bot
Next, get a color for the eyes. I'm gonna do mine blue like Pearls. Normally I like to do it on a second layer so that it can go under. And I don't have to worry about blue getting on the orangish reddish. And so for the pupil, I do a darker shade of that one. I use a gradient kind of tool. I'm not sure what it's called. I do it a little lighter and do it in a small circle. You can't really notice it that well, but it's there. Then I do 2 triangles on the top and the bottom of the eye, not that big. And then do a slightly lighter circle in the pupil, and then do the eye shine. Then I do another lighter cut off triangle for the eye color.
It's a taquito apocalypse.
Hailing taquitos, it's hailing taquitos. Run for cover, don't be slow. There's beef and chicken and potato. Hailing taquitos, it's hailing taquitos. Corn tortillas rolled up tight, coming down fast with no end in sight.
Now you should be finished. I hope this tutorial helped you with whatever you needed it for, whether it's for the line art or for the coloring. I hope it helped you greatly. Have a good day.
Hailing taquitos, it's hailing taquitos. At the park, over the yard, put on your bike helmet 'cause they're coming down hard. Hailing taquitos, it's hailing taquitos. Guacamole, sour cream.